What's up, Leafs fans, and welcome back to Leafs Digest. We are live for the first time of the 2022-2023 season. It is only game one of the preseason. I completely understand that, but as you could imagine, I, as probably many of you out there in the chat right now, watching this right now, and throughout the rest of the season, are prepared for, I'm ready to get hurt again. I mean, we look at this Leafs team, we're looking at the moves, the minimal moves that they made in this offseason, the rumors that they were surrounded with, all that kind of stuff. And I looked at it and I said, this is a team that is going to be very good yet again. Are they standing out on the team as the leading Stanley Cup favorites right this second? No, probably not. But you know what they are? They are a team that we are going to look at and say, this team should be able to make a run. They should be able to do it. So I'm excited. I know you guys in the chat are excited. I'm looking at this. I already sent out a poll in the chat, and I said, are the Leafs, is this their year? It just dropped again. 73% of the chat right now saying plan the parade. If you guys are new here, if you are just tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Welcome back, everybody. It feels good to be back. No Goody on this one. I think he'll be on for the later one. Yes, we are doing 2 streams today, so make sure you set some notifications as well that we will be going live again after the 7 p.m. game. So double the Leafs Digest on this Saturday afternoon I guess people all over the place. I was gonna say in Toronto here, but not just in Toronto. I see Brian Tran in the chat saying, I'm living overseas till the start of the playoffs. Go Leafs, go. Shout out Brian for watching overseas right now. But yeah, feels good to be back. Also, just gonna say this right now, trying out something new with the camera here. I don't know if you guys are noticing different quality and stuff. If it's lagging for you guys at all, please just let me know. Not trying to yeah, okay. It might be glitching there. I can switch some things over, but like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. Trying to switch over the camera. Might be able to just do this. Maybe this will be better for everyone. Let's see. This is just regular camera. I don't know if this is any better. I don't know. Go to the other one. Trying to figure out this camera, guys. Trying to figure this one out. We're trying to switch things up the production level for this season. So yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. But, first impressions of this game here, guys, there's not too much that we can take away from it. There's not too much. Let's see. Great quality, kind of laggy. All right. Is this better? Let me know if this one's better. If it's better this way, I'll leave it like this for the rest of this show. If it's not, then I'll just switch back to the other one because we'll try to figure out that camera situation. The only thing that I might have to do, guys, this is preseason for us as well. That's all I'm gonna. Is that better? No, still laggy. Hold on, let's see. Turning on a whole bunch of stuff here, guys. Apologies. Preseason here as well. Let's test. Tim Manto, Tim with the Sens logo in there. I'm seeing. Let's see. Video. All right, there we go. Maybe it's back. Still not better. All right, guys, I'll do my best to get through this one. Hopefully, we'll have it figured out for the afternoon game. Maybe that'll help some things out. I'm seeing that we got looking at it looks a little bit better on the connection on my end, so maybe something will help there. But as far as this game goes, let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this one. I personally don't look at this one too much in terms of looking into these things. I made some notes on some guys in these games. I made some notes on some of the stuff that's happening. But when you're looking at certain guys out there, you're looking at Adam Gaudette. You're looking at a guy like Zach Aston-Reese. These are guys that at bare minimum should be giving everything they've got every single time that they touch the ice. Because, these guys are on tryouts, essentially. A guy like Adam Gaudette, yes, he signed a contract. He's not on the PTO like Zach Aston-Reese. That being said, he's still looking for some type of spot here in this lineup. Like he's still looking to be able to get into a position where it's Sheldon Keefe, the coaching staff, the management here, they're going to trust him. So I don't put too much stock into these preseason games. That being said, there's one player on this Leafs team who significantly stood out to me. And if you guys, I'm sure you guys are prepared. You guys probably don't want to hear it. William Nylander. Number 88 on the Toronto Maple Leafs, Willie Nye, looked very, very good to me. I'm looking at that goal that Dennis Malgin scored. Also, kind of hilarious, Dennis Malgin back in a Leafs uniform. Remember how scrutinized that entire trade was when that went down, and in terms of like, we traded this guy, or we traded Marchment to get back Malgin. Malgin goes over, he plays overseas, but then he comes back here today, scores a goal. He scored 60-something goals overseas in the past little while. Like, the guy's been on fire. He's obviously a very good offensive talent. He's just, as you can expect, a small guy, skilled guy, fast guy, whatever. He's not going to make an impact. He's not necessarily what Leafs fans overall are looking for to contribute to this team or be able to hop into here. But gets on the board today, and you know what? He looked very good alongside William Nylander. And it's one of those things where I'm looking at where with William Nylander and John Tavares, they're looking for someone to play alongside of them this season. I don't think the optimal guy to be in that position is going to be Kerfoot. I think they'd much rather have him in a spot lower down to be that versatile guy who can go up and down, and rather than rely on him to be the second winger like that in that position. I don't think that that's the best place for him to be. So seeing a guy like that hop into that position, I think is pretty good to be in there, because coming back, he's going to be on a cheap deal. He's going to be able to move up and down that lineup. If he's going to be able to provide some offense, he's going to be a fast guy. So I don't know. I kind of liked seeing Malgin be able to do that out there and look good alongside of a guy. And if he can create some chemistry between himself and William Nylander, I mean, hey, for me, I'm okay with that. But interesting game, nonetheless. Interesting game. I appreciate you guys. I'm seeing it's still lagging a little bit, so I appreciate you guys just hanging in here while we figure this one out. But let me see if I can figure anything out to fix this. Shout out Andrew in the chat. I see you. I see you. All right, guys, I want to know your thoughts on Adam Gaudette. See if I can figure this stream thing out here, why it's laggy. Gaudette to me looked like a guy who was moving quick, seemed to be a part of the play, but he seemed like nothing special. I cannot imagine a situation where he even ends up in the top 9. I kind of feel like, if anything, at best, he's a fourth line player, a guy who fits into the fourth line there. But I'm kind of just at the point with him where it's like, I can't see him making any type of impact on this team. Now, mind you, at this point where the Leafs are at, they're looking at Pierre Engvall being out for a little bit. And you obviously have Timothy Liljegren going out. He's going to be on LTIR. It opens up some of the cap space going into the season. They were already 1.4 mil over. So going into being in this position, you're at least alleviating some of that, opening up some room. But a guy like Alex Steves hops in there as a younger guy. I see Chris Morrison mentioning it in the chat. He hops in there, and he looks really good. And to be in that position, to have that guy, a young guy, come up, a guy who's been in the minors, had a good season last year, played a couple of games, I think we're in a good position with some of these young guys over some of the guys that we signed during the offseason, like maybe the Aston Reese on the PTO or the Gaudette's brought in. I think that there's potential for some of these young guys to be able to overstep some of them and be able to actually get some minutes. I hope Steves personally gets an opportunity to play in this lineup at some point during this season. And now you don't ever hope for it, but there's the inevitable injury situations that come up. So you're probably going to have to be in a position where yeah, you're going to have to move some of the guys into spots to be able to fill things in. I don't know. Like, I personally can see a situation where Steves gets some playing time, and I would like that. I think that that's a good opportunity. We obviously have heard them talk about the fact that Nick Robertson was likely going to get some playing time this year, so I'd be okay with that as well. But personally, as long as these guys can make some type of impact as soon as they're hopping into the game, I'm happy. I'm happy with them going in there. I'm happy that they're on cheap contracts. I'm happy that they could potentially be guys to make some type of impact on this team on these games. So, I don't know. I just like see the Gaudette signing, and I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I don't think it moves the needle for me for this season. And I personally am just in a position right now where it's like I'm very, very happy with giving some of these young guys a shot. I think that that would be good for this team. Let's see if this fixes anything. See that it's still lagging, so trying to fix some stuff for you guys as it goes along. Let's see. Also, how excited is everyone to see Austin Matthews play tonight? All right, let's see if that works. I just switched some settings up, so maybe we're in a better position here. But if you guys are watching right now, if you guys are just joining in for the first time, make sure you hit that. Oh, there we go. We should be better now. It should start to figure itself out. If you guys are in here for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit like on this video. We will be going live after games this season. I'm going to let you guys know already. I will be here for the game tonight. I will be here for the game on Wednesday. I will not be here for the game on Friday, but then we'll be back after that. Goody will likely have to take over. I think that the stream is fixed now. Can anybody in the chat confirm? I think it should be better. And then also, guys, vote on the poll. Vote on the poll. Hit the like, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications. I think it's better now, right? We're good now? I see Andrew saying that's smooth. Thank you. We're good. Fix some of the rates. We should be good now. Should be good. We'll get maybe a confirmation from our guy Ben Rogers at Raptors Digest. The other thing, guys, I'm going to say, if you guys are Jays fans at all, if anyone in here is a Jays fan and you guys are watching the Jays following along their run to the postseason, make sure you go check out the Blue Jays Digest channel. Digest Media continues to grow. We have the Raptors Digest. We started the Leafs Digest a season and a half ago. We're already almost at the 3,000 subscribers mark. You guys made that happen. And hey, guess what? I said I would get a mullet at 2,000. We got the mullets. Goody got rid of his. I've kept mine, guys. It's getting a little long now, but I kept it. I kept it. I like it. I kind of enjoy it. Oh, my God. Hugh Jazz got the troll in the chat. 1967. Like, you're a hero, buddy. We get it. It's been a while. If you're going to be here and troll, at least hit that subscribe button. Come on. Hit the subscribe button. But maybe we can do something else this year. We challenge you guys to hit those subscribes, get us somewhere so that we could get the mullets. We got the mullets. What do you guys want to see us do this year? I mean, maybe we could send Goody into like somewhere downtown and have him sing. He obviously seems like a guy who would be comfortable in that situation, right? Right? We'd be happy with him going in there. Yo, Hugh. I'm not the one who goes out on the ice, brother. I'm not the one who scores the goals, wins the game. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't win the cup. I'm cheering for the team who wins the cup. So, relax. Not sure what you want me to do there. As far as the game, you see my dog in the back there. Just chilling. As far as the game there today goes, though, I feel pretty good about this team. I feel pretty good about where they're at. I feel pretty good about the preseason so far. It's obviously you just have to take everything that happens with a grain of salt. Another guy who stood out to me here actually today, Wayne Simmonds. Wayne Simmonds is a guy who definitely stood out to me in terms of trying to step up and show that he deserves a spot in this roster. Wayne Simmonds came out flying. And that second period, everything that happened in that second period, Selma. Everything that happened in that second period started because they came out with high energy. They came out fast. They came out physical. They were hitting hard. And yeah, I'm seeing the Wayne train. That's what it was. It was the Wayne train who came out and got things rolling right away. And then he came out physical. He was able to get them that turnover that led to the goal, the Justin Hall goal. He pressured behind the net, causes a turnover, is able to recover the puck, gets the puck to Justin Hall, and Justin Hall is able to bury. And I think that this is just a direct result of actually having someone who can play that physical role. It was something we kind of missed because when we were looking at Wayne Simmonds last year in the postseason, he trailed off significantly in terms of his speed and of his offensive ability. He wasn't able to create much. He wasn't able to participate in the game, and it forced this Leafs team, it forced Sheldon Keefe and Kyle Dubas to keep him out of the lineup. Now, when you're looking at this year, you're going to need him to step up. You're going to need him to have some type of impact. It's his last year on this contract. It's his last opportunity to prove anything. So we need Wayne Simmonds to do something, especially for the money that he's getting paid at this point. I think that when you look at Wayne Simmonds, he's a guy who could make an impact both in his locker room presence and his on-ice ability to be able to actually change momentum, make an impact physically, bring something that other guys in this lineup don't actually bring or have the ability to bring. Like, you're not going to look at a William Nylander, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, even as far as like an Alex Kerfoot or a David Kampf to be the physical guys on this team. So who else is going to bring it? A guy like Wayne Simmonds has that ability. A Zach Aston Reese, who's on a PTO, does have that ability as well. But you need the ability for these guys to step in and actually have some type of impact other than just hitting. Can they be fast? Can they skate with the play? Can they mentally keep up? Can they actually participate offensively? Some of this stuff is being a little bit worrisome when you're looking at some of these guys because that's what kept Wayne Simmonds out of the lineup last year. That's what made them put him in the press box. So if he's able to switch things up this season and actually have some type of momentum and actually participate in the offense, I think we could be in a position to have Wayne Simmonds in the lineup for more than just periodically. I think he could be a guy who could be in here actually as a semi-regular, maybe a guy who's in here for 75% of the games this season. Remember last year, he was actually started very well, or maybe it was 2 seasons ago. He started very well, gets the hand injury, and then things kind of tailed off for him after that point. If he's able to start playing like he did before he had that hand injury and actually participate in the power play, participate in the offense, help generate things on the fourth line, he could be an effective player. And from what we saw from him today in this preseason game, now remember again, take everything with a grain of salt in terms of what happens in these preseason games. Hey, man, Wayne Simmonds could be a guy and probably should be a guy to actually stick around. So, man, nice to see some team involvement in the chat. I see the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins joining in here. Nice to see their YouTube channels are actually participating in watching this. So, nice. Yeah, shout out 1967. I never seen a team more in my life celebrate Stanley Cups that they've also won not in the recent past. Like, the Bruins, sure, you guys got your cups. Yeah, I'm not even going to deny, like, you guys own probably the most embarrassing loss in Leafs and potentially hockey history. So, like, you got, like, can't even say nothing there. I get it. The Habs, though, like, you guys, it's been a long time since you guys have won too. And so, like, come on. I don't know don't know where you're coming from with this, but hey, you guys are here watching the show, so thanks for coming out. Also, if Donnie Brasco is in the chat, Donnie, I'm just going to say right now, you've got every right to just roast us, because at the beginning of the season last year, you came in the chat and were like, yeah, it's not going to work out, going to lose again. You didn't come back in the playoffs to gloat. I kind of respected that. I thought you would. You didn't. But you had every right. You didn't. So respects. But if you're here now, feel free to let me know. I'll take it. You were right. Guys, we will try to have a Goody. I'll see what Goody's up to. We'll see if we can get him on for the live stream tonight after the second game. But give me your predictions for tonight's game. We're seeing, the Tampa Bay Lightning in here now. Nice. Everyone owns the Leafs. If I go to Wikipedia right now, I wonder who it says owns them, though. If anyone changes this Wikipedia before I'm even able to get up there, I'll actually be pretty impressed. Let's see. Who owns the Maple Leafs? Cooch is the new Leafs owner? Cooch didn't really do much in the playoffs. Like, if anybody owns the Leafs from Tampa, probably say, like, Nick Paul. Just some clutch goals. Guys, unfortunately, shout out the Flyers in the chat. The Philadelphia Flyers. We are trash. I'm sorry. I see all the videos of you guys bag skating. Tortorella's out there just skating the hell out of those guys. I don't know. But yeah, I see Denver Charlebois asking, why do you guys only have 2.7? I don't know, guys. If you guys are here right now, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button on this live stream as well. Help us get out there. If you're here right now, send this to whoever you know. Let them know to come hang out, watch with us. We're just going to, all it is, these post games is just hanging out. We're just hanging out, talking about the Leafs, breaking some of the stuff down. Yet again, I'm just going to let you guys know, like, this game, as far as the preseason stuff goes, I'm not going to be the person to overreact to things that happen. There are guys who looked good. There are guys who looked very good. There are guys who didn't look that great or just weren't noticeable. I'm not going to take too much of that into account when it comes to these preseason games, because you do have to remember that these early ones, especially the split squad, you're playing against guys who are not going to be playing. Hiding from Chuck Fletcher. You're playing against guys who are not going to be playing NHL games this season. You're playing against guys who might not even be playing AHL games this season. There's a lot of guys who probably won't be in professional hockey after, just at least in this coming season here. And I mean, some guys looked very good, but the one guy I will say, and I'm scared to get too excited about him, is William Nylander. He looked very, very good. He looked very good to me. That Malgin goal, Nylander causes the turnover. Nylander causes the turnover in the neutral zone, is able to come back around, go into the offensive zone, and makes a great play, basically by being strong on the puck, fast, and holding off, like protecting the puck, being able to hold in position. This is a guy who looked pretty good tonight. He looked fast. He looked explosive. He looked like he was moving well. So as far as William Nylander went tonight, for me, I was pretty happy with watching what he was doing. I was happy with his performance. I was happy with the way he looked alongside Malgin. But I personally am so hesitant to look at Nylander and be like, yeah, this is the guy who's going to be able to maintain that. This is a guy who's going to do really well this season, because William Nylander, we basically came on last year at the start of the season and was like, Yeah, this guy is the best playing player. This is the best player playing right now in the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, the way he's playing has been incredible. He's got to keep this going. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, where did he go? And I guess in a lot of ways, that is expected for William Nylander. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the teams in the chat right now. You guys are going nuts. The Flyers. Whoa. Kind of expected that was going to happen. Knew that was a possibility with this camera. The Flyers. Chuck Fletcher in the chat. Yo, Chuck Fletcher, you make some of the worst decisions as a general manager I have ever seen. Ever. Probably the worst GM in the NHL right now. Honestly. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. You just are. You are. Still, 64% of the chat, guys, saying plan the parade. Plan the parade. So if you guys are in here right now, make sure you hit that like. We got 45 people watching. Hey, feel pretty good for a mid-afternoon stream on a Saturday for a preseason game, having this many people. So if you guys are in here right now, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe. I see a whole bunch of people. I want to welcome back a whole bunch of people who are always here, always supporting. Pumped to have you guys back. Donnie threw in a comment at the very beginning there, but Andrew Leonard, one of our moderators, shout out Andrew for coming back. Clap Show, good to see you again. Go Leafs, go. RJWI, our boy Ralph, shout out all you guys for coming back here. Turtle again, Turtle, just absolutely the man. Loves all the Digest Media content, so shout out that. And if you guys are here right now, you guys are looking for Jays content, all that kind of stuff, Raptors content, make sure you check out all the Raptors Jays content under Raptors Digest and Blue Jays Digest. They're doing very similar things to what we're doing here, so make sure to go show them some love. And obviously the Raptors Digest is the one that got us started. Shout out Arnav as well, coming back. You guys are real creative with these names here, eh? 4-1 lead, Leafs first, Bruins game 7. Yeah, like, I don't know. What do you want me to say? We lost. It happened. It's embarrassing. If you go and watch the live stream after game 7 against Tampa, I was the one on here wearing a bag over my head. It happens. There's no way around it. I can't excuse it, guys. It was embarrassing. No, Chuck. Not going to ban you. Colin M. What a beatdown. Bring on 7 p.m. I agree. Guys, give me your predictions for the 7 p.m. game. Austin Matthews playing. I looked everywhere. I was trying to find player props to bet Austin Matthews to score a goal. Couldn't find it. If anyone can find anything, please let me know. I will absolutely hammer some Austin Matthews stuff. Also, guys, if you guys are in here right now, you guys are watching this, if you guys like to bet on sports, make sure to head over, download the betstamp app. It is obviously the company I work for. It's one of the companies I'm with. Also doing some content at the Hammer Betting Network. So if you guys are interested in betting content as well, I'm a producer on that betting network. It's full of professional bettors, amateur bettors, average bettors, all that kind of stuff. It's just entertaining content, teaching people how to bet, finding good value in things, and everything is run through the Betstamp app. You can check out on Betstamp. You can find all the lines for any of the games that you want to bet. They have all the sports books for player props, spreads, games, money lines, futures bettings, and across all different sports. Make sure you head over to Betstamp, put in code Leafs to when you sign up. Make sure you just get in there, put in promo code Leafs. When you sign up for sportsbooks through Betstamp, there will be exclusive offers to you, so make sure to head over to Betstamp. And if you're interested in more sports betting content specific, it won't be necessarily covered on here. Josh and I do bet, so we will talk about some of our bets on the show, but make sure to search up the Hammer Betting Network on thehammer.bet. It's a website on there. You'll see I'm a producer on there. A lot of different betting content on that, so make sure you go check that out. But guys, I'm excited for this season. What is our honest predictions for what are our honest predictions for this Leafs team this year? I don't think they're getting as many points as last year in terms of the regular season. I think in some ways they might try to look at what happened with Tampa Bay in terms of they basically kind of pulled the Golden State, right? They took the Golden State motto of just play the regular season. You're going to be good enough. You're going to win the games. You're going to get in the playoffs. And once you get to the playoffs, that's when you deal with everything. And whatever you want to say about the Leafs, I completely understand that they lost. I get it. They lost in the playoffs every year. They're losing in the first round. Yes, it's embarrassing. It sucks. I'm on the same page. I'm not going to sit here and defend it. That being said, when you're a team like Tampa and you're looking at it and you're looking back going, hey, we just beat the Toronto Maple Leafs in that first round. That was an extremely tough series. You can walk away from this basically being like, it doesn't matter where we finish in the regular season. As long as we get to the playoffs, we're going to be in a good position to make a run. And I kind of feel like the Leafs were going through the position of like, let's win as many games as we possibly can, be the highest up team that goes into the playoffs. We'll be ranked high. We get to get the favorable matchup, all that kind of stuff. And we end up playing against Tampa Bay, and it's like, well, you lose. Like, you lost the game. So, I don't know. I'm just like, get to the playoffs. I don't care what happens in the regular season. I don't care if Matthews scores 100 goals this year. I mean, I'll be going nuts if he does, but I'm not sitting here going, oh, this needs to happen. I don't care if Marner gets his 100 points. I don't care if Johnny T is a point per game. Like, it doesn't matter to me. What is going to matter to me is once we get to the first round and if they have the ability to win the game. That is what I'm waiting for. That is what I'm concerned about. That is what's most important at this point. Can't seem to find any Austin Matthews player props. If anyone out there can find them, let me know. I would love to watch or to smash some Austin Matthews anytime. Guys, the team, this is the first, for anyone who's been here before for any of these streams, this is the first time we've had all these ridiculous team comments in the chat, right? Like, I've never seen this many teams in the chat before. Gordon Graham, Boston doesn't make the playoffs. That's an interesting one. Let's have an honest discussion about this. You know what? Let me see. Let's look at the standings this year because I'm interested in breaking this down with you guys as we go through here. Let's make some predictions. If you guys disagree, with me, feel free to let me know. But I'm going to make some honest predictions. I'm not going to predict records here, but I will decide who I think will actually make playoffs and who actually might not. All right. I'm going to be honest here. The Habs are going to suck again. Let's just start with that. The Habs going to suck again. I think Florida probably took a little bit of a step back. I know that they went out and got Matthew Tkachuk, but in terms of losing Huberdeau and Mackenzie Weegar, those are big losses. That's your second best defenseman and a guy who scored over 110 points last season and was in basically Hart Trophy nomination there. They both go to Calgary. They both seem excited about being there. They both re-up long term. Like, I don't know. I think Florida's going to have some problems this year. I think they're going to take a serious step back. Tampa, I think, is going to be very good again. I don't have any problem with that. Ottawa is going to be a pesky team, that's for sure. Cam Talbot is a weird situation for me. If you guys are like anyone from Ottawa here watching right now, I think even you guys can admit like the Ottawa Senators situation is kind of weird with the goaltending at bare minimum. The team definitely got better. They went out and added Alex Debrincat, Claude Giroux. Like, those are big additions. You do lose Connor Brown, who I think is a guy who actually made some type of impact and is probably one of those guys who you like having around the locker room, is an enjoyable guy to be there. So that's kind of unfortunate that you end up losing him, but I don't know. I think that they got better for sure. I think that the Giroux contract might have been a little much, in my opinion. He is older. Like, go look at how old Claude Giroux is. He signed him for a while. Uyghur did resign. Uyghur re-signed in extended in Calgary. He extended. RJWI. See that. Yeah, clap show. Florida got Kachuk, but I think that losing Huberdeau and Uyghur was too big of a step in terms of you lost a guy who's going to score 110 points. Yes, you replace him with a guy who got over 100 points last year, but you also lost your second best defenseman. You also had Ben Sherratt walk. You had Claude Giroux walk. So I think that losing those guys is a big detriment to what that team is and could be. I think they're going to take a step back this year. I do think they're going to take a step back. And yeah, Ottawa I do think is going to be good. Man, shout out to Florida Panthers here. If you guys are making these things this quickly and just hopping into these chats, that is impressive. I don't know how to make YouTube channels that fast. Well, unless you're just changing your name and your logo. But even then, I would still think it would be fine. No. Florida. No. You're not fine. There was no plan. You guys are lost at this point. The Bruins, old and slow. A lot of the guys going to be injured. I think a bunch of them are entering the season injured anyways. I think they're going to take a step back. I think they're going to be scratching at a playoff spot. I don't necessarily know if they get in. A team that I think will be scratching at a playoff spot this year and actually giving it a good opportunity to get in there, the Buffalo Sabres. I think the Buffalo Sabres will actually be a team that takes a step forward. So I think that they actually could push up there. As far as the Hurricanes, probably similar to what they were last year. Maybe not as good. Maybe they don't have the same season. Let's go with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Miss playoffs. That's my prediction. Devils, miss playoffs. Islanders, think they're going to be a lot better this year. I think they had a tough time last season. I think they had a really rough go to start the year. They had that unfortunate hand dealt to them where they had to play all those games on the road, but they end up being able to turn things around kind of later on, but it just is like not enough. It's too little too late. So, Uyghur didn't resign? I'm pretty sure he did resign. I thought he resigned. Let me see if I can find that. Flyers, bad again. Outright, I just think bad again. Penguins, make the playoffs. Capitals, make the playoffs. Those are my predictions for the Eastern Conference, or like these are teams that don't make playoffs. As far as some of the other teams, Rangers, obviously I think they'll make the playoffs. Western Conference, I don't know, guys. This is a bit of a gong show over there. Blues, Preds, obviously Avalanche, Wilds. Yeah. Okay. Flames. Yep. All right. Golden Knights. No, not making the playoffs. That's where I'm going. Golden Knights will not. Oh, Jack Eichel. Sorry, you're in here right now. Not making the playoffs. That is my prediction. Kraken. No, they'll be more competitive this year than they were last year, but no. Ducks, yet again, not making the playoffs. Kings, yeah, I'll put them in there. So Flames, Oilers, Kings. Maybe you get a wild card. Another wild card spot out of one of the teams from the Central. Stars, maybe. But Coyotes, Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are the one team who is trying to be as bad as they can possibly be. Like Arizona, I know we joke about them trying to be bad. The Chicago Blackhawks traded Kirby Dach, Alex Debrincat for like nothing. They let Fleury walk not too long ago for nothing. Man, they are trying to be so bad. They are hard for Bedard. That's what they are. Let me just confirm this, though. I'm pretty sure Mackenzie Weegar, I thought he signed. I thought I saw an announcement. I thought he signed like a 6-year deal. Could be completely wrong, though. But also, you know who else they traded? One of their top prospects and picks, Florida. There was some really weird moves there. Yeah, let's go. Let's get back to the Leafs here. After, hold on. Let me just find this real quick. I need to actually confirm. I'm not necessarily doubting you, RJWI. I just thought I saw it. Oh, good. Phone frozen. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Yeah, hard for Bedard. That is my that's my slogan this year. Every year there's got to be one for the guy who's going first overall. I know like Nail Yakupov was like fail for Nail. Hard for Bedard. That's what it is. You're hard for Bedard. That's what the Chicago Blackhawks are. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Arizona Coyotes are actively competing for who is more hard for Bedard. That's what's happening right now. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Oh, yeah, Weir didn't resign. You're right. He just has another year left on his contract, or this year left on his contract, and that's it. But he did say he wanted to resign. That's what it was. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's go. Leafs predictions for this season. I know I said I didn't care if they got there, but let's just get ridiculous right away. Austin Matthews, 60-goal season yet again? Yes. Austin Matthews will score 60 or more goals this year. I can't wait to get Josh on later. Hopefully he comes on the stream tonight and is able to participate in it. But I'm honestly going straight up. Austin Matthews, 60 goals again. He's scoring 60. That guy might score 70 goals this year. He missed 9 games last year and he scored 60. Like, come on. Mitch Marner, he's going to hit his 100 points. William Nylander, this one might be a hot take. You guys let me know. William Nylander will score 35 goals this year. Now, the problem with Nylander more than anything is he's a guy who can disappear for an extended period of time. Nylander can just see you later. You have no idea what happens, and he's gone. And you don't realize that you almost forget he's even playing. He, though, is a guy who, when he gets hot and is at his best, takes a step where he looks like he could be the best player on the ice. He is strong. He is fast. He has incredible puck handling ability. He's a very good passer. He sees the ice very well, and he has a really, really good shot. He scares me, though, because he just disappears. He just disappears. All right, this one I don't know if I want it to be true or not, but Ilya Samsonov will be the Leafs starting goaltender by the playoffs. I'm actually going to say that one to Josh when he is on here. Nobody tell him my prediction. Wait, and I'll drop it to him, and we'll see what he says about that one when we get him on the live in a bit for the second game here probably. But I'm honestly just going to say, I think Samsonov's going to be the number one guy. He's a young guy. He's going to push Murray. And I'm not saying that he's going to be the number one guy because Murray's going to fall back or regress. But I think Samsonov could just take it over because he's going to push and have a good season. This is a guy who said he had opportunities to go to other teams in this offseason, and he chose the Leafs. he chose the Leafs. He chose to come here. He chose to be a part of the system. He chose to be a part of it. Yo. Honestly, though, the chat is just ridiculous today. This is the silliest I have ever seen this chat get. Yeah, Samsonov, #1 goalie by the end of the season. Guys, if you're here right now and you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Support the channel. You'll get notified whenever we go live. So even if you guys are trolls, you can come back here, get notified whenever, and you can come back, do all this ridiculous nonsense that you're pulling up here. It's just, as long as nobody's being disrespectful in the chat, I just don't really care. That's my honest position. This is a community. You guys come here, you can hang out, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to say, as long as no one's disrespectful in the chat, no one's putting other people down, I don't care. Just have fun. That's what this is all about. This is a space to come, hang out, be a part of a community. Do whatever you got to do. Just hit that like button. Share this video, share these live streams, share this channel with other people. Help support this channel. Help support what's going on. I don't care. Just be respectful to other people. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Hunter. I was at the game. It was so fun. Man, it'd be pretty good to get to some games this year. We'll see. Maybe Josh and I can do some live streams from leaving the game if that happens again. Mark Divo says Fergie looked like the real deal. I don't know. Like, the guy just kind of got in there. He looked pretty good when he was in. I'm not going to lie. But he's not going to be a guy who gets in there. Like, when you're looking at the goalie depth chart here, automatically you got to look at Matt Murray, Ilya Samsonov, and then you're probably looking at Chalgren. I think he took a step ahead of Joseph Woll and Ian Scott last year in terms of what he was able to do when he actually got into game situation. Like, this is a guy who put up a shutout. He was able to win some games for this Leafs team. He actually played an important role. Like, he actually did some important things in the game. So as far as that goes, I think that Ferguson is going to be way down the depth chart for the goaltenders this year. Maybe he'll have an opportunity to push ahead, but I think even at this point, Chalgren's 3. You're probably looking at Joseph Woll 4, Ian Scott #5. Like, there's a lot of goalies coming up here, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, David Ayres, you kind of do own the Leafs. I'm not even. That's what that is. But guys, we will be back for after the 7 p.m. game. So make sure everyone in here, before we go, get us to 40 likes. We're 6 likes away. If you haven't liked this video, hit like, get us to the 40 likes before we leave. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what? Ian Scott retired. Hold on. What? I did not see that news this summer. Yo. He did retire. My bad. Yep, due to injuries. Hang up the pads because injuries. Word. All right, well, there you go. Depth chart just got a whole lot shorter. I actually missed that one. I just missed that one. I didn't even see it. You'd think you'd see that news. I'm not really doing Ian Scott research over the summer. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I apologize. Ian Scott missed it. But guys, we will be back for after the 7 p.m. game tonight. So probably be back here around 9:45. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. Hopefully we can get some more people in the next one. So tell everyone we are back. If you guys want, you can join the Discord. I can send the Discord link. I can attach it some places. I can put it in the community so you guys can find it. I can throw it up into the comments so you guys can hop into the chat, into the Discord chat if you want to join the Discord after as well. Thank you guys for coming in here and watching this one. We greatly appreciate all the participation. We appreciate you guys coming in here, liking these videos, hitting subscribe. We are excited to be back. Hopefully we have Josh on for the live stream this afternoon. We'll have some new animations coming up this season. We are probably going to roll with the same super chat animation. So anytime we get those super chats, we'll probably keep Soup just as a tribute. The guy's an absolute animal, so we still love him. And who can give up that look? Nobody can give up that little slurp. It is pretty good. But guys, I'll address this comment before I go. I think if Nylander spends an entire offseason taking body checks, he will become a great player. His talent is outshined by his fear of getting a hit, in my opinion. I don't necessarily disagree with that. He kind of plays afraid, kind of sucks, but I think that he has a great opportunity to be able to do something here in terms of being able to participate and actually put up some points. So we'll see what happens. But guys, thank you so much for joining into this one. As always, we appreciate it. And we will see you guys tonight. So make sure you tell everyone, share this link, hit like on this video, drop comments, whatever you got to do. But see everyone tonight after the 7 p.m. game. Keep believing.